Good morning, student. Good morning to all of you. Today we shall see lesson number 9. Madam rides the bus. Of course, this is description, details about a trip, or that is traveling description, but it is not merely traveling description or detail. The traveling is touching one. How it is touching one, we will see while reading the lesson, while learning the lesson. Before we shall start the lesson, before read this. In this sensitive story, a 8-year-old girl's first bus journey into the world outside her village is also her induction into the mystery of life and death. Underline this: life and death. See the gap between our knowing what there is death and our understanding of it. Let me read this one again to you. In this sensitive story, an 8-year-old girl's first bus journey into the world outside her village is also her induction into the mystery of life and death. She sees the gap between our knowledge that there is death and our understanding of it. Activities. Look at the word and phrases given below, then put a tick against the one you think you will find in the text. A set of passenger, okay, right. Get off the bus, okay, right. Ticket please, okay, right. A row of seats, oh, okay, right. Blowing whistle, yes. Get on the bus, yes. Platform, A roar and a rattle, This is seen on railway station. Slowing down to a crowd, no. You must have travelled by bus more than once. What can you see from fast moving bus? Given below are some suggestions. Speak briefly about some of these scenes or about other such scenes that you have seen, or write a sentence or two about them. River. Speak or write about river within 2 sentences. Green field, roadside, moving train, a crowd, marketplace, vehicle on the road, cloth in shop, hills, railway track, trees, animal. You can write 2 paragraphs also on all these things. For example, green field, river, then moving train, marketplace, then hills, then trees and animal. You speak or write about all these articles in 3 or 2 sentences. Now let me start the lesson. If you come across new word, please ask me when I finish my reading of the first paragraph. See, first, there was a girl named Vallima who was called Valley for short. She was 8-year-old and very curious about things. Her favorite pastime was standing in the front doorway of her house, watching what was happening in the street outside. There were no playmates, there were no friends of her own age on the street or on her street, and this was about all she had to do. Now, what do you understand? Very simple thing. There was a girl and her name was Valli Mai. In short, she was called Valli. She was 8-year-old girl and her favorite pastime was standing in front of doorway of her house, watching what was happening in the street outside, because she had no friend of her age, and so she used to spend time standing on the doorstep watching the outside all the activities that were taking place. But for Valli, standing at the front door was very bit enjoyable, as many of the elaborate games other children played. Means watching for this girl was as good as playing any sort of game for the boys. Watching the treat gave her many new unusual experience. The most fascinating, the most exciting thing of all was the bus that traveled between her village and the nearest town. It passed through her street each hour, once going to the town and once coming back. The sight of bus filled each time with a new set of passengers was a source of unending joy for Valli. Now, see, watching the activity taking place outside was as good as playing for the children for Valli. Means watching was her favorite thing. She used to watch, and now the most exciting thing for Valli was the bus which used to pass between the village and nearest town, and it passed through her street each hour, once going to the town and once coming back. The bus used to go to the town for one time and it used to return for the second time, and the sight of the bus filled each time, and every time she used to take a new passenger and used to drop that passenger into the town, and again the bus used to collect another new passenger into that bus and used to bring all the passenger to the village. That was the activity she was watching. And the sight of bus was a source of joy for Valli. The sight of the bus, what was the source of? What was? Just a minute, boys. What was Valli's source of joy? What was Valli's source of joy? The sight of the bus was a source of unending joy for Valli. She used to observe the bus passing through the village and passing between village and town for 2 times with various and different kind of passengers. She used to watch, and the sight of the bus was source of her joy. Day after day she watched the bus, and gradually a tiny wish crept into her head and grew there. Now, as she went on watching the activity of bus, she also wanted to ride on the bus, and the desire was growing day by day. She wanted to ride on that bus, even if just once. She wanted to sit in the bus for one time, for just one. She wished This wish became stronger and stronger until it was an overwhelming desire. Valley would stare wistfully at people who got or on off the bus when it stopped at the street corner. Their faces would kindle her longing, dreams, and hope. If one her friend happened to ride the bus and tried to describe the sight of the town to her, Valley would be too jealous to listen and would shout in English, "Proud, proud." Never she nor her friend really understood the meaning of the word, but they used it often as a slang expression of disapproval. Now, we know that bus used to pass between the village and the town, carrying very different kind of passenger in colorful cloth. She used to watch the passenger who were getting on the bus and who were getting down from the bus. She used to watch. The more she watched the passenger, the more she desired to ride on the bus. And whenever any friend of her class used to go to the town, and she used to tell or she used to describe whatever the activity, whatever the thing she had seen in the town that made her angry. So it means that it indicates that the desire of riding on the bus was growing day by day, and that's why she wanted to ride on the bus for just one time. The desire of riding on bus was growing day by day, and her wish became stronger and stronger until it was overwhelming desire. Valley would stare, Valley would watch wishfully at people who got on or off bus when it stopped at the street corner. She used to watch the activity of the passenger getting down and getting on. If one of her friends happened to ride the bus and tried to describe the sight of the town to her, Valley would be too jealous to listen and would shout in English, "Proud, proud, proud." Neither she nor her friend really understood the meaning of the word, but they used it. Means it shows that Valley very strongly wanted to ride on the bus. She used to observe all activities of the passenger when the bus stopped. Okay, and the more she used to watch the activity, the more she desired to ride on the bus. And somewhere, if someone visited the town, any classmate, any her friend visited the city or town, and they described the beauty of the town, the visit of town to this girl, she used to be jealous. And out of jealousy, she was not ready to listen what her friend was telling her about her visit to the town. It means, boys, she wanted to ride and wanted to visit the town very badly. She wanted to go there. Over many days and months, Valley listened carefully to the conversation between her neighbor and people who regularly used the bus, and she also asked a few discreet questions here and there. Now, the people who used to go to the village, the people who used to go to the town and came back, and they talk about the activity, they talk about the town, Valley used to listen their conversation. This way, she picked up various small detail about bus journey. The town was 6 miles from her village. There was 30 paisa one way, which is almost nothing at all. She heard one well-dressed man say, but to Valley, who scarcely saw that much money from one month to the next, it seemed a fortune. The trip to town took 45 minutes. On reaching town, if she stayed in her seat and paid another 30 paisa, she could return home on the same bus. This meant that she could take 1 o'clock afternoon bus reached the town at 45 and back home by about 4 to 45. Now she was very curious about that journey of the bus which was taking place between her village and the town. And see, those people who used to go to the town, and if they talk about the town, she used to listen to them very carefully. Now, from their discussion, she came to know that her village or that town was only 6 miles away from her village, and ticket of that town was only 60 paisa, and their journey takes only 30 minutes. So she was making a plan. She was thinking that if she started journey and if she came back, it would take only her 2 hardly hours, and she made the plan like this. Let me read this to you again. See, the town was 6 miles from her village. The fare was 30 paisa one way, which is almost nothing at all. She heard one well-dressed man say, but too early, who scarcely saw that much money. Now 60 paisa from two side affair was nothing, but for Valley it was a lot of money. She had never seen that much fortune, that much amount of money. The trip to the town took 45 minutes. On reaching town, if she stayed in her seat and paid another 30 paisa, she would return home on the same bus. This meant that she could take 1 o'clock afternoon bus, reach the town at 45 and be back home by about 2:45. On and on went her thought as she calculated and recalculated, planned and replanned. Now the more she thought, the more she became eager to visit the town or ride on the bus. Means simply, in first part we have seen how curious, how excited our madam was to ride on the bus. This is our first part of lesson. Okay. And now let us start the second part of the lesson. We will continue it. Well, one fine spring day, the afternoon bus was just on the front of leaving the village and turning into the main highway. Then a small voice was heard shouting, "Hey, stop, stop, stop the bus, stop the bus." And a tiny hand was raised commanding. The bus slowed down to a crawl, and the conductor, sticking his head out the door, said, "Hurry then, hurry then, hurry then, hurry then." The bus slowed down to the crowd, and the conductor, sticking his head out the door, said, "Hurry then, tell whosoever it is to come quickly." "It is me. I am the one who has to get on," shouted Valley. By now, the bus had come to a stop, and the conductor said, "Oh, really? You don't say so." "Yes, I simply have to go to town," said Valley, still standing outside the bus. "And there is my money. And here is my money." She showed him some coin. Okay. But you first get on the bus," said the conductor, and he stretched out hand to help her. "Never mind, I can get on by myself. You don't have to help me," she said. The conductor was a jolly shot. He was very evergreen man, fond of joking. "Oh, please don't be angry with me, my fine, beautiful ma'am," he said. "Here I have a seat right up there in front. Everybody moves aside. Please make a way for this great woman, for this great madam." It was the slack time of day, and there were only 6 or 7 passengers on the bus. They were all looking at Valley and laughing with the conductor. Valley was overcome with shyness. Avoiding everyone's eyes, she walked quickly to an empty seat and sat down. May we start now, madam? The conductor asked, smiling, when he blew his whistle twice and the bus moved forward with a roar. It was a bus. Now, description of bus. New bus it was. It was a bus. It was a new bus. It outside painted, gleaming white with some green stripes along the sides. Inside, the overhead bars shone like silver. Directly in front of valley, above the windshield, there was a beautiful clock. The seats were soft and luxurious. Valley devours everything with her eyes, but when she started to look outside, she found her view cut off by canvas blind that covered lower part of her window. So she stood up on the seat and peered over the blind. Now she wanted to see while the bus was going down, but she could not see, and that's why she stood up and tried to watch the scene outside the bus. But the bus was now going along the bank of canal. The road was very narrow. See the description. The road was very narrow. On one side there was the canal, and beyond it palm trees, grassland, distant mountain, and the blue sky. On the other side a deep ditch, and then acres and acres of green field, green as far as the eye could reach. This is the scenery. This is the scenery she had seen, or she had seen on the way to the town. Oh, it was all wonderful. Suddenly she was startled by a voice. Listen, child, said the voice, you shouldn't stand like that. Please sit down. Now she was watching all this scene. As she was sitting, she could not see all these scenes. That's why she stood up and watched all this scene. While she was watching all this scene in the position of standing, a good woman was there who said Valley to sit down. She should not stand like that or she would fall down. Sitting down, she looked to see who had spoken. It was an elderly man who had honestly been concerned for her, but she was annoyed by his attention. She did not like the interfere done by that man, but the man was very good man. He was concerned. He had been concerned for the little girl. There is nobody here who is child. No, she did not like one should call her a child, and that's why Valley said, there is nobody here who is. She said that there was nobody there who was child. I have paid my 30 paisa like anyone else. She thought that she become grown up woman because she had paid the paisa of ticket. The conductor chimed. Means conductor got himself involved in. The conductor, CHIME, involved in. The conductor involved in. The conductor chimed in, oh sir, but this is very grown up madam. Do you think a mere girl could pay her own fare and travel to the city all alone? Valley shot an angry glance at the conductor and said, I am not a madam. Please remember that you haven't yet given me my ticket. I shall remember, the conductor said, mimicking her tone. Everyone laughed and gradually Valley to join in the laughter. The conductor punched a ticket and handed it to her. Just sit back and make yourself comfortable. Why shouldn't you stand? Why should you stand when you have paid for a seat? Because I want to. I want to, she answered, standing up again. But if you stand on the seat, you may fall and hurt yourself when the bus make a sharp turn or hit a bump. That is why we want you to sit down, child. Oh, of course, how stupid of me. It years myself. The bus stopped. Some new passenger got in, and the conductor got busy for a time, afraid of losing her seat. Well, finally sat down. A elderly woman came and sat beside her. Are you all alone? Said she asked as the bus started again. Well, he found the woman absolutely repulsive. Such big hole. She did not like that woman. Her appearance was not good. How was it? She had her ears lobes and such a ugly earrings in them. Means she had a ear and the ear had a big hole in which there was a ugly earrings. She did not like it. She could smell the betel nut. The woman was chewing pan and she could not like that smelling. The woman was chewing and she the betel juice was threatening to spill over her lip at any moment. Oof, she said, who could be social with such a person? Yes, I am traveling alone, she answered curtly, and I have got a ticket too. Yes, she is on her way to town, said conductor with 30 paisa ticket. Oh, why don't you mind your own business? Said Valli. But she laughed all the same, and the conductor laughed too. But the old woman went on with her travel, meaning is given in the right corner. Is it proper for such a young person to travel alone? Do you know exactly where you are going in the town? What is the street? What is the house number? You didn't bother about me. Well, he said, I can make care. I can take care myself. I can take care of myself. Turning her face towards the window and starting out. In this way, Valley proved that she was grown up as a grown up woman could be. Here we stop. Thank you. Thank you a lot. We have seen today two parts. First part of the story and second part of the story. In the next period, we will finish the third part of the story and the fourth part of the story. Then you will have the total description of Valley's traveling from village to the town. Thank you. Here we stop. Hope that you might have understood it.